Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Stellaris, Roma, and Invicta. So, this part is probably going to be a relatively peaceful part, namely with me just building up my military, so that we can declare war on the Lemugian Star Union again at some point. Now, one thing I want to go ahead and mention is that these guys have a really, really fucking good planet. This planet down here is the best planet in the game, in my opinion. I was doing a test game, or basically a personal game, continuing off the save that I made at the end of the last part. This planet has a modifier called Tidally Locked, which gives it a plus 75% to energy production. And so, when I took over the planet, it was producing 100 some odd energy credits, and all the tiles weren't filled. The AI wasn't necessarily the brightest with some of its designs, or exactly where it built some things. When I take this planet, I'm probably just going to ignore tile resources and basically just put power plants everywhere. Because this is a great planet. And so it will always be under our control because it will effectively pay for our fleet forever. Throughout pretty much the entire game, I imagine. So, yeah. We're going to try and take advantage of that. But, as it stands right now, we first have to wait until, I think it's 2266, for us to be able to declare war on these guys again. Yeah. Basically, the end of November 2266 is how long we have to wait. So it'll be a little while before we can actually go ahead and do that. Now you need a star base. Now we are going to have a bit of an energy credit problem once this fleet finishes upgrading. You know what? Go down there and survey that, and then you can go and do your upgrades. Now, why the game's wanting to do shit like that? I don't know why. When I was doing the personal game, based off the save I made at the end of the last part, for whatever reason, my fleets, when they were down in this area, they always wanted to go to this system to do repairs and upgrades, etc. Even though this was the closest system. I mean, it had the least amount of jumps anyway, but for whatever reason, the game always wanted to go up here. I don't know why. I assume it's a problem with the pathing. For some reason, it's just confused with both these systems being where they are. And it's failing to take into account the fact that from here to here is shorter than here to here. Because from here to here, you gotta go all the way up here and then down. Well, here, you just go up. So I don't know what the deal was there, but there was a problem. It was very annoying, honestly. Go ahead and get that. I'm going to go ahead and build a mineral processing plant here. There's some of those extra resources. Go ahead and upgrade that for better adjacency bonuses, although admittedly the adjacency bonuses aren't what I'm looking for. Let's clear that.
Construction complete.
And hopefully either this part or the next part I will get the thing to be able to clear these unusual formations. I do also still have to research the tech to actually be able to build a Betharian power plant, though. We haven't researched that, namely because we just haven't been able to really care to, is the simplest way to describe it. I've had no reason to research it because I never had to build my own Betharian power plant until now. And so now I need it. And knowing my luck, the game will refuse to give me that tech. And also, because I do have the buildable Fallen Empire buildings, or whatever it's called, these buildings the power plants and mining networks, it seems they can all be upgraded to tier 5 on all worlds, not just the capital. In fact, I think they can also, on all worlds, be converted to the Fallen Empire equivalent. So, again, this planet down here, once we take it, it will be producing tons of power for us. Now, what do you want? You want to give me star charts? I'll just go ahead and accept, because, frankly, I don't care. And it might sound a little bit stuffy. It's because I was a little under the weather earlier in the week in which I'm recording this. And still, I guess, haven't quite gotten over it. And that's going to take forever. We're looking at how long? Another just shy of 200 days. Wonderful. Now, the main reason I wanted this spaceport built here is just so that if this is the closest place, they can just go straight there. You know what? Sure, let's go ahead and meet these new aliens. Or noon. None? Sure, we'll call them the Nun aliens. Although I think they're inward perfectionists. Or at least this is what they were in my game. The personal test. Based off the safe in the previous part. Respect our authority. Whatever, don't care. Now, can I... You are at war with these guys. Yeah, that's probably not going to end well. You are also probably be getting vassalized by these guys. Or at least that's what they did before. So I assume that's what they're going to do now. Personally, I'm not a fan of that. But there's not much I can do about it. By not much, I mean there's literally nothing I can do about it. Also, Paradox has announced the release date for Stellaris Apocalypse. Yeah, you've been vassalized now. So yeah. It's been announced that it will be releasing February 22nd. Which, let me see, this video will go up on the 30th, so not going to count that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 more videos at least. I might roll back to 1.9 at the so that I can maybe continue this for a couple more weeks, depending upon if the mods stay compatible or not. We'll see. But yeah, you're looking at about 8 more parts for this series, not counting this part, which should be part 8. So you're basically looking at this series getting to at least part 16. At least. Again, possibly more, because I may decide to continue this if the mods stay compatible. Also, you know what? I'm going to get rid of one of these destroyers. Because you know what? I'm going to be building 5 light carriers and 5 battle cruisers. Not right this second, because our energy credits can't afford it.
Field engineers have cleared a blocker.
So, it'd be a bad idea. Okay, you are unemployed right now. I'm going to have you work there for right now. Go ahead and upgrade that. Go and build a power plant there. I'm going to have you work there. Upgrade that. You know, I don't recall. Do Sims have a bonus to energy credit production? By the time anybody responds, it'll be far too late. But I believe they do. know what? I kind of want to... You know what? Screw it. If you guys want to have migration, be my guest. I won't stop you. At this point, I just don't give a shit. As for forced resettlement, I don't use it, generally speaking, so sure, I'll prohibit it, at least for the time being. That'll make you guys a little bit less pissy. You guys are never going to get the stalwart defense because I will never disallow unrestricted warfare. That's absolutely stupid.
Recon pass completed.
Okay, you go ahead and do your own auto-explore. So I'll let these guys move around. It'll be fine. Build a mine there, build a mine there. You are being taxed at, yeah, 75%. Which should, for the minerals I probably shouldn't tax you at 75%. This way you can hopefully take care of yourself. Start building some buildings and whatnot. I will also probably be colonizing that world for you. It's a nice size 25. Also, it'll get us some more of our own pops because, yeah, we are, we're not the largest species within our own empire. We're actually beaten out by the Ergizians. And we'll be beat out by them more if I take over this area over here, which I will eventually. But that's gonna have to wait until I'm ready to actually take on the Shoklik hegemony. So, yeah, not gonna happen right this second. Do I have a research agreement with you? No, I don't. Well, what can I do to rectify that? 1,300 minerals. Can I get this? Oh, no, not gonna happen. Now, yeah. They're not really helping me right now. The Ronians do apparently already have their strike cruisers. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and queue up the colony ship for you. I don't really care for food. I honestly don't. So, I'm gonna build it there, and we'll keep the name. There were some primitives there, clearly, but somebody decided to just nuke them from orbit and say, screw it, we don't care. I'm not sure why, but they did. Okay, and you know, I'm not going to bother giving you all the orders that I did in the personal game. I'll just go back to you later. I don't care to do all that clicking right now. You know what, let's go and kill that void cloud.
Construction complete.
Upgrade that. Build me an energy grid. You're gonna work the energy grid.
Science division reports a new breakthrough.
Wonderful. A couple more months and we'll have the strike cruiser. You know what? We're making a new colony soon. And I assume it will take more than 18 months for you to get down there. And I believe that also applies retroactively. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and get that tech. I don't think any other choices were really any better, so I'm fine with that for now. I'm gonna move you to work there. if you work there, would you do a better job? You would. What about there? No, you don't do a better job working there.
Anomaly found.
Another power plant. Oh, you need a mining network there, but I'm gonna move you to work on that.
Construction complete.
Okay, and I'm actually gonna have you work that tile because I need the energy credits.
Construction complete.
Let's go ahead and apply the new computers. I think I will have to make some changes to one of these ships, because I think one of them won't be able to. Okay, never mind. They can all afford it. And you know what? I don't give a crap about the defensive station, so I'll just let the game design it as they see fit entirely. And science ships, you can do whatever you want with them.
System reconnaissance completed.
Yep, go ahead and do your whatever.
Construction complete.
Now, this planet is not as great as I would like. That one that we were just looking at. Okay, now go somewhere and get your upgrades done. Incredible. Now go and research that project and then survey the system, and then you can go back to auto exploring afterwards. Let's get the game back up to 3 speed. No new systems to add to that sector. I do want to go ahead, however, and build one more assault army for 20, and then 5 more robotic assault armies. So that's 20 there. I am curious though, actually, if in Stellaris 2.0, because they're making it to where war exhaustion is replacing war score. So I'm curious as to whether or not different types of armies will affect war exhaustion differently. Because most people aren't really going to care if you lose some clones or a robot assault army or something like that. So I am curious as to whether or not they will be contributing less war score if you lose one of them. I mean, if I know how to do that, that's the way I would do it personally. But I don't think the devs have said anything about if that's the way it's going to work or not.
Tile blocker clear. Anomaly found.
Oh, damn it.
Battle debris secured.
Okay, how are we faring, relatively speaking, compared to others? Yeah, outside of those Democratic Crusaders down south, who are fairly sizable, so, you know, let's try to not go south in this case. In this case, we gotta go north if we want to live, because south is a terrible direction to expand in, at least for right this second. I did get them down to equivalent, though, when I built 2 fleets that were 10 of all the ship classes we have unlocked, except for corvettes. I didn't bother with corvettes anymore because they're crap, quite simply. Honestly, I probably won't be bothering with destroyers anymore either, for the most part. They don't seem to be doing so great at the whole surviving thing. Yeah, let's go for the ship hull points. Well, assuming we have any of this ore, let's go for the ship hull points. And let's go ahead and design a strike cruiser, which is basically our cruiser. It's just, yeah, it's actually the barrage bow cruiser. Now, here's the thing. I don't want you guys holding back, because I'm pretty sure the subspace snare only applies if the enemy's within range. I don't know the range of the subspace snare because it's just a circle. It doesn't tell me what that range is. So I'm just going to assume that it is very limited. So I'm going to set you to a artillery behavior of 40. I'm also going to go ahead and say, no, you're equipped solely with Gauss cannons. I don't really need the blue lasers, to be honest. We don't seem to be struggling with breaking down people's shields, though I think, or well, excuse me, armor. I think that's partly just because people don't seem to have any particularly good weapons. So let's go ahead and upgrade the 3 spaceports in the Sol system, so we can have each of them pump out a couple of strike cruisers. I think I'll just go with 5 for now. I did set them to charge behavior, correct? They made peace. No, okay, they're artillery. I think that'll be fine. We'll see, though. If need be, I'll change them to charge. It'll cost me a little bit of minerals, but... oh well. We'll find out. Let's go and upgrade you. I prefer the energy game, so I'm going to have that grow and pop work there. Physics lab, upgrade that. Damn it, game!
Construction complete.
Go survey that.
Construction complete.
The game always does that. I always have those pop up when I'm trying to do something else.
Science division report success.
And I do need the energy credits, so let's go ahead and get energy overclocking.
Construction complete. Construction.
Because I'm pretty sure I still can't afford to have you out. No. I do lose 8 energy credits a month if I have my fleet out. And that's before I even add the strike cruisers to the mix. And we're gonna go with 5 strike cruisers for now. We'll add the other 5 later, just like I'll add the other 5 battle cruisers and light carriers later. Because a 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, or whatever that is exactly in this case, I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah.
Construction complete.
Basically a 10 of everything from a battle cruiser all the way down to a destroyer seemed to be perfectly fine for getting most people to be below us in my test game. Also, that'll be helpful. That's an additional 5% energy credits, which I think means now I can't afford to send you out. Yes, I'm still not going to right now. I do hope I have this ore though, because that plus 10% to ship hull points is helpful. Also, how long has this been going for? Only 24 minutes, okay. Still about 6 more minutes.
Construction
It is 2263. You know, I might just let this part go until 2266. So that next part I can more or less open it with a declaration of war on the Lemugian Star Union. Who have no friends, or at least they shouldn't. Nope, no friends. Everybody around them hates them. Either because they're rivaling them, or they are being rivaled by them, or they've just done something to piss them off, basically. These guys have basically screwed themselves. Simplest way to describe it.
Construction complete.
And this shouldn't take long. 13 months, that's fine. You should be losing money, though. No, you're not. Am I paying for it? I am paying for it, okay.
Science division report.
I guess I pay for it unless they do it themselves. We don't really use explosives much, and no, it doesn't look like we have any of that ore within our borders. And doesn't look like anybody's systems that we've surveyed either as a result of star maps or surveying it ourselves. None of them appear to have it either. Well, I know it's somewhere, obviously, because I'm pretty sure all the strategic resources always spawn. It's just a question of where. You know, screw it. Even though we don't use explosives much, I mean, literally only our light carriers use it. Screw it, we'll go ahead and get those. Also, I'm going to go and slap that to aggressive observation. As long as they don't end up killing themselves, it'll be perfectly fine. God damn it, game. Quit showing me these when I'm trying to do something else. I swear, it always happens. You know what? I don't care for yours. Met some new species. In theory, at least. I don't know where they are. I'll go ahead and meet them real quick. Pretty sure there's a Fallen Empire here. And Precursor Energy Grid. That's also helpful. Although it's on a hothouse world, which is a shame because this would be a wonderful world to colonize and fill with power plants. Because that's a plus 100% to energy credits on that planet. However, since we've discovered this, it's also going to go ahead and give us a plus 5%, or no, okay, 2% rather, excuse me. I thought it was 5%, it turns out I'm wrong, it turns out it's 2%. For everything else, because I guess we study it and manage to fine-tune our power plants a little bit more. I guess, I don't know. It doesn't really do a good job of explaining how that works.
Alien Empire.
Respect our authority. You're still at war with them. I assume you have your borders closed to them. No. Then why aren't... Okay, yeah, no. Never mind. I was thinking that they can't get down there through you. No, they can. So I don't know why the United Slimy, or how the hell that's pronounced, Republic, is not doing anything against this one system miner that I think wasn't originally there. I think they just showed up as a result of reaching the space age, or well, FTL, whatever you want to call it. I'm pretty sure they were a primitive species. Okay, that's you guys, all the way over here.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Now, Galactic Stock Exchange will be helpful. Okay, you go and do whatever. We do have some more systems that I can put into that sector. Admittedly, they are unexplored systems, and so they're not going to be doing really any good for now, but it's something. Also, don't know what's here, but it's size 12. It has some sort of precursor artifact. Or, well, some sort of precursor building, rather. And you guys should be very close, relatively speaking, at least. Yeah. I am probably going to be moving the fleet down here, though, now, in the near future. Let's go ahead and get the transport fleet headed down in that direction. Well, go ahead and do your upgrades real quick. I don't know what upgrades you guys have, but apparently you have some. Okay, go ahead and upgrade this with a engineering facility.
Construction complete.
Go ahead and upgrade that. I'm gonna have you work there. Go and upgrade that. I don't care for the extra food right now. No, you're working there with a power plant. We're gonna put a droid there.
Construction complete.
And go ahead and upgrade that once you're done building that power plant over in the other area. I want the physics. And I'm going to go ahead and upgrade you guys. I'm pretty sure you guys are inferior fleet power, correct? Yeah. And looks like we don't have any of that stuff either. And I get the feeling we probably, again, don't know of anybody with it. Let's go ahead and learn how to make our own Betharian power plants. We're going to need to know how to make those eventually, because of this planet. It's got a Betharian stone right next to the planetary administration, though that's probably because I moved it. But nonetheless, it's now right next to it, so it'll get the adjacency bonus. It'll also get the thing from the energy nexus eventually. Then I'll be building a stock exchange on Terra. And yeah, ooh, we're going to be drowning in energy credits eventually, guys. We're going to be Scrooge McDuck. That's the way it's going to be. Just going to have tons of energy credits. Nothing, we don't know what to do with them. How long has the part been going for now? 32. You know what? Once we get 2265, I'll end this part here. We'll then have to go just over a year. Well, actually, just shy of 2 years, actually. Before we can declare war on the Lemuvian Star Union next part. But, whatever, yeah. So we'll be declaring war very soon. Very, very soon. There we go. Okay. I'm going to end this part here. Next part will be declaring war on the Lemuvian Star Union, so that's something to look forward to. I think that'll be a fairly easy war, though. It was in my personal game, so it should be here as well. Unless they get really lucky and their admiral rolls a shock when they enter a system with my fleet, which is a very real possibility. But I believe this admiral, in my personal game, managed to get to the max level of shock, which made it to where it always triggered when entering a system, which basically made this admiral overpowered when they jumped into a system. Because shock, I believe, is supposed to do things like up fire rate and things like that. I don't actually know, it doesn't say exactly what it does, but I believe that's what it's supposed to do. Well, yeah, siege increases the hull points. Okay, well, nonetheless, that's it for this part. I will see you all in part 9, where we will be fighting a war. This time, for once, on our own terms. We've not had that opportunity at all in this series. Every war that we fought has been a result of somebody declaring war on us personally or on somebody that we had a defensive pact with. So, yeah. We're finally getting a war on our own terms. That's something to look forward to. But until next time, a goodbye and farewell.